Hey there and welcome. Before we get started today, if you could take just a quick second to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, that would be amazing. And of course, giving this explainer a like and leaving a comment really helps support the channel. I appreciate it a ton. All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to go on a little virtual shopping trip together. Yep, this whole explainer is designed to give you all the key English words and phrases you need to feel super confident next time you're out buying things. So think of me as your personal guide for the shopping adventure. It's going to be fun. So what's on the agenda? Well, first we'll learn about all the different kinds of shops. Then we're going to head inside a big department store. After that, we'll check out some common signs, practice a real conversation you might have, and then we'll wrap it all up with a handy little checklist. Sound good? Okay, let's do it. Okay, part 1, different kinds of shops. Our first stop is all about learning the names for the different places you can go shopping. Because, hey, knowing where to go is pretty much the most important first step, right? So take a look here. We've got all sorts of stuff you might need to buy. There's meat, bread, maybe some medicine, and magazines. Now here's the thing. Each of these items is sold in a completely different kind of shop. So let's break it down and learn their names one by one. All right, first up, the butcher. Let's say it again, butcher. This is the person who sells all kinds of meat, beef, chicken, lamb, you name it. And the shop itself, well, we often just call it the butcher's. Okay, what about if you want some fresh bread or maybe a delicious cake? Well, the person who makes those is a baker. Baker. And yep, you guessed it, the shop is called the baker's. Now, what if you're not feeling well and need some medicine? You'd go to the chemist. Chemist. It's worth knowing that in some places, like the US, you'll hear it called a pharmacy, but it's the same idea. It's the shop where a chemist works. And finally, for things like newspapers, magazines, or even some candy, you'll want to find a newsagent. Newsagent. This is absolutely the perfect spot to grab your morning paper. So did you happen to notice a little pattern there? It's a really simple rule, actually. We often just add an apostrophe S to the person's job to talk about their shop. So a butcher works at the butcher's. A baker works at the baker's. It's super common, so you can totally say something like, I'm just popping to the baker's to get some bread. All right, part 2, inside a department store. So we've looked at some of those smaller, more specialized shops. Now, let's go somewhere way bigger. It's time to head inside a department store. We're going to check this place out from top to bottom. So what exactly is a department store? Well, think of it as a huge shop that has a bunch of different sections or departments all in the same building. You can find pretty much anything here. Clothes, toys, food, furniture, the whole shebang. It's kind of like having 10 different shops all rolled into one. Okay, let's jump in our virtual elevator and do a quick tour, starting from the very top. So, up on the 4th floor, you'll find toys and a restaurant. Going down, ding. 3rd floor, that's where you'll find furniture. Next up, the 2nd floor has menswear and the children's department. Then we've got the 1st floor, which is all for women's wear. The ground floor, the main entrance, that's for beauty products. And way down in the basement, you'll find electronics and food. See? Everything has its own spot in these massive stores. Part 3, understanding signs. Okay, now that we kind of know our way around, let's talk about reading the signs. Trust me, these few simple words are going to help you get around any shop you visit, no problem. Let's begin with the 2 most important signs you'll see on any door. First, we have open. Open. Pretty simple, right? It means come on in. And the opposite of that is, of course, closed. Closed. That just means the shop isn't open for business at the moment. Here are two more words you'll see on doors all the time. Push. Push. That means you move the door away from you. And the other one is pull. Pull, which means you move the door towards you. Yeah, getting these right can save you from that awkward little moment where you bump right into the glass. We've all been there. So, when you've got everything you need and you're ready to pay, this is the sign to look for. It'll probably say cash desk or maybe something like, please pay here. Either way, this is exactly where you go to pay for your stuff and finish up your trip. And now for the main event, part 4, buying your item. This is where we put it all together. Let's listen in on a typical conversation between a customer and a shop assistant to see how all this works in the real world. So imagine you're in a shop, just looking around. It's super common for an assistant to walk over and ask this really friendly, polite question. Can I help you? They're just offering to help you out. Now let's say you see a shirt you really like. If you want to see if it fits, this is the perfect question. Can I try this on? That phrase, try on, just means you want to put the clothes on to check the size and see how it looks. Okay, so you tried it on, it looks great, you love it, now what? To tell the assistant you want to buy it, you can just say, I'll take it. Simple as that. And then the next logical question is about the price, right? You just ask, how much does it cost? And the shop assistant will tell you the price. In our little conversation here, it's 22 pounds. Now, this happens all the time. The customer doesn't have the exact money. They've got a bigger note, a £50 note. So they explain, sorry, I only have a £50 note. I don't have any change. So let's talk about that word, change. So what is change? It's just a word for smaller amounts of money. You know, coins or smaller bills. So if your shirt costs 22 pounds, having exact change would mean you have maybe a 20-pound note and a 2-pound coin right in your pocket. But this is no problem for the shop assistant. They'll just say, that's okay, and finish the transaction. After you've paid, they'll hand you a really important piece of paper and say, here's your receipt. So a receipt is basically your proof that you bought something. It's that little slip of paper that lists what you bought, how much it cost, and the name of the store. And here's a pro tip. Always, always keep your receipt, just in case you ever need to take the item back. Wow, we have covered a lot of ground. Part 5, your shopping checklist. Before we wrap this up, let's do a quick review of the most important phrases you'll need. Think of it as your shopping cheat sheet. These phrases will work in almost any situation. All right, here's your checklist of key phrases. If you want to check the fit of some clothes, you ask, can I try this on? And hey, here's a bonus tip. If it doesn't fit, you can always ask, have you got a bigger size or a smaller size? To find out the price, it's how much does it cost? When you're ready to buy, just say, I'll take it. And another super useful one, if you don't have cash, is, can I pay by credit card? Practice these, and you'll be shopping like a pro in no time. And there you go. You've officially got the basic vocabulary and the key phrases you need to start your own shopping adventures in English. So I guess the only question left is, with all these new skills, where are you going to go first? Are you heading to the baker's for some fresh bread? Or maybe hitting that big department store to find a new shirt? Thanks so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, give this a like, and leave a comment to support the channel.